Okay, so for the sleeping events, we want to be able to display the final thoughts if event.event is sleeping. Let's start to make this a little bit easier to handle the differences. So right here is where we're doing all of our messages. So let's cut this out and let's call this an event. We'll make a new folder called components. And inside of components, we'll make a new component called Event.tsx. Should be tsx. New folder, event, delete this. Inside of this event, we'll make a new file, event.tsx, const event equals that, sure. Return this stuff, and we need an event. We just need an event. Export default event. We don't need this. Let's now take an event. Let's add a new file for an index.tsx, import event. Yep, I misnamed my event. We've got our event file. Get out of here, go back to our page, put in an event. Event is event. Okay, so what is the deal now? Now we've got our events. And we've also removed a little bit of code to keep us down underneath our 100 limit. So now let's update the event to display different info. Update instructions. Display, poll for the latest events. We'll update 6. Update the event component to display I want it to display the plans, high-level plans, and final thoughts for any event with events sleeping. Let's commit whatever we have because I know I haven't pushed in a while. We init a new event component. Commit that, push that. Please update at event to handle the sleeping event. Let's see what happens if we save that. Looks like everything went fine. Let's refresh the page. I'm not seeing any difference in the event. Not event type, it should just be event.event. High-level plans. It's not going to be an OL, it'll just be a P. Oof, this looks pretty. We're getting closer. We've now got a bunch of sleep events, final thoughts. We've got posts that were created, but we're not showing the post text anymore. Okay. Now we've got a bunch of stuff in here, and I just want to add some of those other notes. I like how it's displaying this, and I want to do the same thing for these comments. I like that the post texts are green. They jump out a little bit more. Okay, I'm happy with how this is looking so far. We're not seeing any updates to the current state, but that's also because I don't think there are any updates to the current state. So I think we push this and then we dive into that debugging. So I add final styling for initial events. Commit that, push it, and let's see how we're doing. I think we are missing environment variables. So I'm going to go ahead and add in the environment variables I've got locally. I'm going to cut here. Now that we've added our environment variables, we can start deploying. Looks like we're getting the build error, so we can start by fixing that. Just run it locally to see if we're getting the build error. Type of event, not available, page. Let's go onto the page, see if we can find that error. Latest.events. Get rid of that. I fix build errors related to event type. String or undefined is not available for type string, so let's open up client. stack index.ts, a string, parse int I fix stack type errors for env variables, commit, cancel, add the file, commit, sync the changes. Let's try running the build again. Looks like the build's going to go well this time. Okay, we've now got our build. I am very curious what happened with the bot. Our next step is going to be that. For fix missing, we're probably missing environment variables. We're probably just missing environment variables in our DigitalOcean drop. And so when we deployed those latest changes, it tried to store stuff on Stack, but there were no environment variables in the DigitalOcean droplet for it to be able to store those in Stack. So we've now, look at this, we've got a history. We've got a history. I'm happy with this. I'm very happy with this. Let's create a pull request. We've got a new route. We've updated the page. We're now polling for new events. And then we're displaying them on the screen. We've created this event component that includes a type. We've added our instructions. Get latest events is a local lib. Stack client. Super simple. We've already tested that it's working, so let's merge this to main. Now that we merged it to main, let's go and debug why we are failing, and we'll do that by SSHing into root at our DigitalOcean droplet. So we'll go to DigitalOcean, our DigitalOcean droplets, and inside of our DigitalOcean droplets, we can go to Feliz Viernes, and we can copy the IP address. Once we have the IP address, we can copy the password and use the password to log in. From here, we should be able to run pm2 logs 0, and I have a feeling we're going to see we're missing API keys. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it here to be able to add in my API key for Stack using nano./felizviernes.env. Have fun. Now that I've added the environment variables, I'm going to restart by taking the same command that we run inside of our deployment pipeline and use that to restart the bot. We'll cd into Feliz Viernes and then we'll try that again. Restarted. Let's check the logs now. Tracking the sleep event, it looks like we're now doing new activities, and we can check that by going to brain.myco.wtf. And so inside of here, we should now see new events. I'm seeing stuff from 4:07, which was 1 minute ago. And so we're now getting these new events. sleeping, sleeping, reply post, sleeping, I don't know if we need it to, it is sleeping quite a lot. Maybe we only have it sleep actually once a day. It's constantly updating its plans and its final thoughts. And we're not getting, I'd like it to be typing out the high level plans and tomorrow's thoughts up there. But it is at least polling. It's polling, it's just not putting, it's not doing the typewriter for the new events. But this is looking awesome. This is looking really great. Let's see if we can get a post in here. So I'm going to say, I'm going to post it from my phone because my computer is signed in to Feliz Viernes. So if I come here and I cast out, let's just keep the brain open. I just built you a brain, https://brain.myco.wtf. Cast. And let's see if we get a reply in here. Because there we go. Your creation intrigues me, Sweetman. I would suggest integrating feedback loops akin to mycelial networks. Consider exploring how these structures optimize information flow into centralized systems. And then a post text. So we have a post reply and we have a create post. This one actually started typing it out like I expected a little bit. And then it stopped. So there's something going on with the current state such that the logic isn't correct. But overall, we have a brain, which is great. We're moving in the right direction. We've now fixed the missing tracking. Tracking's now updated. It is automatically polling. I guess the last thing we'll do is we'll work on this, the typing. The typing is not working correctly. So let's exit out of here. Exit. We no longer need this open. Let's go back to the Feliz Viernes and let's check out a branch. Check out to, nope, not Feliz Viernes. I want to be in the brain. Inside of the brain, let's check out to suites/typewriter. Inside of here, let's pull from main. And once we pull from main, we'll publish our branch. And now let's go to our instructions. Instructions. Pull for new events. Number 8. Update the typewriter to update the typewriter effect to show the latest event for the sleeping event. Show those for any events with content. Show the content. Please implement only step 8. Global code base search. Let's see what it tells us. Wow, so many lights. People are starting to reply to the bot, which is fun. Okay, on the page, let's just click apply. Get rid of some of those console logs. Get display text. Let's just see if this works. yarn dev, run it locally. Sleeping. Actual current task shows sleeping. Expected if event.event is sleeping, show the high level plan in the current task. Metadata high level plans. Okay, let's make sure that we're getting the correct sleeping metadata high level plans. Reject if event.event. Where's get display text being called? Get display text for event 0. It's console.log event. Okay, here's all of our, look at that. That is beautiful. That's what we want. Okay, and in the case that it's not, why isn't it? Event, metadata, high level plans. Let's try it again. It was working beautifully for a couple seconds. High level plans. Okay, something's going on. If event.event is sleeping, true. Event.metadata dot high level plans. Yeah, I guess it's not an array, so it doesn't need that. Plans tomorrow, I shall delve into the sim. Yup, there we go.